Hey everyone, welcome to another Tokyo Debunker video. So this is a video guide on how to make your team stronger and a little bit better so that you can pass cases a little bit more easier. Not just saying you can pass like right away, because even for some rails, which I now will, I am a free to play in this game, and I've been playing this game for like past a year. But even whales, I heard some people who are whales, they said they can't even pass the the other cases. So technically, even whales, they do have their struggles. So anyway, it depends on your team, obviously, with the skills. So how you rearrange your team, it's basically on the team skills and their team skills, basically, and what works best. So for example, with my team here, so I like to put my poisons together. So we're gonna take this card, for example, Toa card. Even though it's not our card, it says poison an enemy that kills this different attack. So basically, once he dies, he does poison the enemy, and that kind of like gets him more like advantage, especially when they kill your like character. At least they're poisoning, they get more hurt as they go on. So you would always need to have at least one main DPS. So for example, like this is actually my main DPS, Haku, and it's most important to actually level that card up fully. But I do also, I think, like in my opinion, to level up your other cards, not I know some people say that it won't really make a really difference. For me, kind of a little bit tiny difference, because I like them to have equal like power and like at least survive a little bit more, so that way they can do more damage to the other team when it comes to the guild, and then obviously with passing cases. But anyway, I like to have all the cards at least leveled up kind of like the same level. So, and then for cards, you will always have to have gems on it, and gems, they do actually depend on what skill they have. For example, like this card with Kaku, this is my main DPS. So it's the first time this unit would receive lethal damage while above 1 HP, and instead survives with 1 HP. So instead of giving just a bunch of HP, it's best to give him a defense. And then he has strength. And my card, I actually didn't notice that I gave an S attack was supposed to be strength. Strength is basically the gem where it has attack and P attack. So anyway, I will show you. So there's like 4 cards that increases attack and HP. So first off, see, I already mentioned strength. This stat increases a card's attack and P attack, vitality, HP, and B defense. And then tenacity is S defense and HP. Intelligence is attack and S attack. Honestly, kind of hard for me to remember. So I actually just took a picture from my other phone so I can just reference it. I don't know how you guys will remember it. Maybe, like, for example, strength, you can just do it for, like, think of the other, like, letter. Instead of S, think of P. I don't know, just do whatever. But, yeah, so it would be P attack, P defense, and then, strength. So, like I said, and before, depends on the skill. Like also this one also P attack, and then you need strength. And then I use vitality. I should put not gonna like P defense, but this one works too. This is vitality is also P. This is HP and then P defense. So honestly, it doesn't really matter. Okay, then we have Ren. So stunts an enemy that kills this unit with an attack for 300 TU. So anyway, so I use vitality, P attack, strength. So you know if it's a P attack or S attack if it says on the top right here. So sometimes even our cards, they actually can help you beat, obviously, you know, the guild, because they do have actually some skills that I think would be helpful in, you know, defeating your team. Like this one, curses an enemy that kills this unit with an attack. So basically, curses also means taking damage. And then we have this one, which is 30% chance. I wouldn't really recommend this one because it's 30% chance, which is kind of very low for this card. So even though you like, you know, love the character, it's best to just to do a, you know, a card that has a better skill. Like for example, Jin's SR card, which I actually is one of the best SR cards in this game. And unfortunately, this game there's only one SR for all the characters, so it's kind of disappointing. But oh well. So we have the first time this unit would lethal. See, surprise with 1 HP. So this one's Jin's card is actually SR card. It's kind of tanky, so it's best to use S defense. And then I put P defense. So it's just basically any defense. So that's why I even though it's mostly I mean, oh, I thought it was S attack. My bad. But even though I added S defense, it's best to give him as much defense as possible. At least he can survive and then do more attack as well. So just give both a, you know, defense, and then I did add a little bit of HP as well. Oh, I know what you're thinking. Why is this? Why I have HP? And then this is the same skill. Honestly, I didn't know I had S attack, but it's whatever. But I guess, you know, with the skill adding more HP, we see you can survive more. So I guess it wouldn't be too bad if you add an HP to that skill, but for me, in my opinion, I just think it's better if you add just attack, but okay. So yeah, I just gave like a few examples, and obviously of the skill. This one's consumes own charge for 5x damage to one enemy. User must be charged to activate. So basically, you need to find a card that would, you know, charge up. Adding find a character that helps the card charge up, or unless they have a skill that says, you know, charge up already, like this one already. So obviously it says 5x damage, so it's best to give him an attack. So I put P attack, strength, and an attack. So then we have here, so this is the gem shop. This is where you can buy all your gems, and it really it depends on how much of this pinkish coin that you have, because you can actually buy a certain level like this. Sorry about that. Anyway, but yeah, it costs a lot. Like 22. I have a lot for it. I mean, I have enough for that, but I'm not gonna do it because I want to save it for, you know, leveling up of the warning cards, which they do take also pink cards, and then this sort of dust thing, which, not gonna lie, it actually it's hard to get. And also the rainbow cards, which they only give you like 2 daily once you complete, your dailies and stuff. So they give you 2 like daily in your daily quest, which I feel like it's not enough. And then another way to earn your rainbow cards, it's in the premium shop. So there's some other things, but they do require you to actually exchange diamonds, which I don't recommend unless you're really desperate. Another thing is to exchange these little circle things. Where doesn't you get 15 apples, and which I think it's not bad. So it's always exchange it once you have enough. So these circle thingies, you do get them from duplicate cards. Duplicate cards, mostly the free warning cards that you get from your your daily mission, like active bonus thing. So it's basically you complete your dailies, 150 points is mostly how I actually not 150. So usually for me is 140, I believe. And yeah, 140 is usually for me, but that's because I completed something that I don't normally complete. That's how I got 150. But anyway, so you get your dark circle things. I don't even know what they call, but it's basically from these warning cards. They're free warning cards because you already got if you have enough to fully awaken them, then you do get the warning cards. Another way is actually I can't really show you because obviously I collected it already, but it's also through the dailies. One of these, I think it's this chest over here. You do get some dark circles as well. I don't know how much, but it's also that one. And that's actually pretty much it. Cause with the gacha system, you don't get the you don't get the dark cards if you do fully awaken the cards and everything. You will get this one. I think it's this feather, I think. Or I think it's this one. Actually, yeah, it's different. This one, I believe. So this is basically once you fully awaken a card and then you got an extra, then you get this sort of rainbow and ish, feather that you can exchange for one of the standard cards. So sometimes even SSR can be a little bit more weaker, not good for your team. Even though the SSR technically is kind of maybe a little bit more stronger, depends on the skill. For me, even though if it has the worst skill, I think it's an SSR. So I think every SSR counts. To be honest, so that's what to keep in mind. So that's how it works for gems. And then you do also have to level them up slowly, which they do also require you to actually use these crystals, and then also use these pink coins. Now they do also, once you start leveling up a little bit more higher, they do ask you also to cost you these the duplicate gems, and I actually don't even remember where you get the duplicate gems. I think it's from dailies, I believe, and then also actually not dailies, I think it was from Okay, ignoring that. You do get them from, I think, over here, I believe, from guild and arena, I think, and then also from investigating. So I didn't realize I have enough. Okay, a lot. Okay. Wait, actually, no. Not from them. Okay, the extra gems you do not get them from them. I just realized. So, you do get them from these things, these gem chests, which you can get from the silver suitcase or the gold suitcase. From in my cases, mostly I get these because honestly it's more easier and the most easy to get. Besides obviously the coins and then the dust. So which I didn't get lucky that, but most of the time I do get that one. So anyway, yeah, it's important to basically know what gems you want to put. Just look at the skill, and then you can decide which gems to put on them. And then also you want to level up this one, the special attributes. But I would recommend to do one, main like DPS, at least so that way they can carry, you a lot of the times. For me, this card is the one that honestly just saves me a lot. Honestly, he's always the last one standing for some reason, but I guess he has a lot of defense. But anyway, just have one main TPS, and then you can have one card, all the other cards like backing them up, just backing up your, attackers. So it's best to rearrange. Obviously, you want your tank to back up the attacker, and then I don't think there's a healer in here, which is kind of unfortunate in this game. I don't think there's a healer. If not, if there is, let me know, because honestly, there's so much cards that like I don't even know their skills because obviously I don't pull for them. And I don't pay attention. But anyway, just rearrange it to your teams on how you like see fit. Like I said, tank supporting the main DPS. So just you have to look in the skill, like I said. Okay, and then another thing I think would help is, for me personally, I think it's good to level them up all like sort of like equally. I don't know if that helps, because I know some people say that leveling up doesn't really help with the cases, but for me, in my opinion, you do get a little bit more stronger because it helps me with the guild, and then I can pass, the cases maybe a little bit, tiny bit more easier, I guess. Tiny. I say tiny because obviously I'm not gonna pass the case right away. So, but makes you a little bit more stronger so that you can pass the case, a little bit, tiny bit faster, I guess. But you can't rush because obviously I mentioned this before that even whales, they do have some struggles with passing the cases. So you do have to always look for the skills in order to decide which gem, and then level these are special attributes as well. These also take, not gonna lie, it's rarely rare. See, it's gold. That means it's really rare to get them. So, you can, I think you get them from dailies, I believe, and from the investigation. But that's about it. And technically, you don't really get that much. And then always level up the warning cards as well. And then we have these jewelry. So the jewelry you do get them from investigating, actually. So that's why I have a lot, and think also passing cases as well. Yeah, passing cases you do get the jewelry, like artifacts. So the SRs, I actually got them from over here. Let's just ignore that. Sorry, I need to do this one. The spirit one I'll explain after this one. So you do get it from here, the Mr. Mole's gold mine. And you go to make equipment. And then you go over here. So I have enough actually to exchange for 100, level 100. You would always go for this one because unfortunately the 85, they don't really go like above, like far ahead, unfortunately. If you look over here, see I have 120, 120. And I can go a little bit more also. I don't know what's the max for this one, to be honest. But you can go more. 85, unfortunately, you can't really go any farther. So it's unfortunate. But if it's all you have and you want to exchange, that's fine. At least it's more better than, you know, the other artifacts. But you always want to go for the 100. So, you do have to look for what artifact they need. So we have earring, perfume, and brush. So that's what my Haku card needs. So I will have to go find for earring, you know, artifact. But make sure you choose the right one when you exchange for one of the SR artifacts in here. So where is the mall? Over here. And I can exchange. So we have earrings. So yeah, that's one then I will get. But yeah, you get the idea. And then the SRs, they do actually have gems as well. So just use the same gems that you used for your warding card, except that don't give the same gems that, like, I mean, it's same gems obviously, but like, how do I say this? I mean, like, don't remove your gems for your warding card and then just all of a sudden give it to the artifact. Just take your time with patience and just, you know, leveling it up. But just give them the same gems. Okay, and now for, I don't even know what you call this. This is, oh yeah, spirit. So the spirit is actually based on luck. So I didn't really buy anything on this. So this is all 3 gold stars. And you do fully level it up by just clicking on this level up button over here. Sorry again, whenever I pause is because either I had to go to the restroom or it's because one of my family members just came in and I just don't like talking in front of them. But anyways, so yeah, how you level up is basically through that button and then you can auto select and then just fuse. So I'm not gonna do that one, but just showing you. I believe the regular, yeah, these ones, I mean, oh, you can. But yeah, that's how you level up. So it's basically through that. And then you can just equip and it just will automatically just give the best, you know, spirit to them. And like I said, you do get the spirits through here. So you do get, I think, like 2 tickets per day. And then obviously with the, you know, 1000 exchange, dark circle exchange, you do get 5 tickets to exchange for the egg. So it's really just based on luck. You can't just like buy and everything. It's really based on luck. So in my opinion, taking slowly, you do get higher chance. If you just press slowly, you get this rainbow egg, which the rainbow egg is basically high chance you will get like a really great spirit. So it could be like the gold one, like I showed you before with in my Haku card, or it could be like the purple one. I think I can't remember, but yeah. So it just really depends on your luck with the spirit one. You can't really, unfortunately, buy one with any other currency. So. And then for teams, they're always basing it off your first 4 teams. So it's not gonna be your teams all the way, you know, from level 5, 6, 7, 8, and all the rest. They're just basing it off your first 4 teams, so keep in mind for that. But yeah, rearranging your teams is very important. Just you have to basically what cards go really well together and what not. And in my opinion, I don't know, even like the worst SSR can be pretty good because SSR, you know, it's a high level and I still think they're pretty high. I think good. So like for example the Debunker SSR, I heard people said it's actually one of the worst, you know, cards, you know, but in my opinion still I think it's kind of good to level up because it's SSR and they're strong. So but it would depend on you because even though like it's up to you if you want to level up or not. So but just rearrange it how they fit like sit tank together or poison. Just look at their skills and then you'll know what gems to give them. And then also leveling up obviously the cards, make sure to at least have one high main DPS level up so that way, you know, it can carry your team and then you can focus on the rest. So anyway, let me see if there's anything else. Oh yeah, potential. So this one is actually you also get from dailies, and also you can exchange them from the, you know, shop over here. But like I said, I don't recommend it unless you're really, really desperate. And then there's actually a thing that I want to tell because I feel like I actually discovered this like I think it was a month ago. So and I was like a day 1 player. So in your guild, always it's important to join a guild because you're going to go fishing so that way you can get a fitty. But and under that, when you go fishing, you do get some of this currency over here. Actually, do you? I don't remember if you do or you don't, but this currency you get from the arena when you win, and then also fishing, I believe, and I think maybe the case, I don't remember. But this shop is where you can get the potency dust and then the potential drink, which is obviously makes your cards stronger. So these two are important. I wouldn't really recommend getting the red apple because it's so easy to get red apples, and then pretty much since it's hard to get the rainbow apple, you will have pretty much a lot of this. See, I have 3.6 million, so I just don't recommend, you know, buying the red apple because honestly it's so easy to get it. And then we have the gold card, which honestly you can just get it from the arena shop. And then I really don't even know what the bronze key does. I have like 812 and I don't even know what it does, to be honest. So maybe I might see my one day, but I don't know. Or someone let me know in the comments. But yeah, so that is just basically it. That's basically it on how like the guide on how to make your teams a little bit stronger. I hope you guys enjoy. I'm sorry if it's not really a good like an explanation. I try my best, but I wanted to just give my own opinion, at least on how to make your teams a little bit more stronger. But I hope you guys enjoy this video. Let me know in the comments below what case you are in. And if you have any more questions, let me know, and I'll try to answer them as best as I can. If not, then I'll just probably might be just giving you like a guide, maybe from somewhere else that's does better explanation than I am. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoy this guide video, and I will see you guys in the next one.